Oh yeah, is that not the perfect color or what? Very funny. Hey guys, welcome back. Today is Thursday, September 22nd, and today is International Hobbit Day. This is, again, one of those unofficial holidays that was started, in this case, to celebrate all things Lord of the Rings. I've got a full day planned today. I'm going to be trying to bake some gluten-free Lembas bread, reading the rest of the Lord of the Rings, and trying to have a Lord of the Rings movie marathon. So, let's get started with the Lembas bread. Yes, I know, these do not look professional. That's the best I can do. Like I said, I'm not a professional baker. I don't even know if these are going to be edible. They smell good right now, and that's encouraging. Well, in the meantime, while I'm waiting for my Lembas bread to be done, I'm going to go ahead and read the last page of the last chapter of The Lord of the Rings. I started reading through this back in mid-July to follow through on a tradition that the late Christopher Lee had. He would read through Lord of the Rings every year, and now I want to start that tradition myself, or carry it on. And I technically finished reading early yesterday, but I want to go ahead and show you the end of my Lord of the Rings trek. Started July 20th, read one chapter a day, and I'm finishing on September 22nd, Hobbit Day. So let me get to the last page of the Grey Havens. But even as they stood there, and the elves were going aboard, and all was made ready to depart, up rode Merry and Pippin in great haste, and amid his tears Pippin laughed. "You tried to give us the slip once before and failed, Frodo," he said. "This time you have nearly succeeded, but you have failed again. And it was not Sam, though, that gave you away this time, but Gandalf himself." "Yes," said Gandalf, "for it would be better to ride back 3 together than 1 alone. Well, here at last, dear friends, on the shores of the sea comes the end of our fellowship in Middle-earth. Go in peace. I will not say you do not weep, for not all tears are in evil." Then Frodo kissed Merry and Pippin, and last of all Sam, and went aboard. And the sails were drawn up, and the wind blew, and so slowly the ship slipped away down the long grey firth, and the light of the glass of Galadriel that Frodo bore glimmered and was lost. And the ship went out into the high sea and passed into the west, until at last, on a night of rain, Frodo smelled a sweet fragrance on the air, and heard the sound of singing that came over the water. And then it seemed to him that as in his dream in the house of Bombadil, the grey rain curtain turned all to silver glass and was rolled back, and he beheld white shores, and beyond them a far green country under a swift sunrise. But to Sam the evening deepened to darkness as he stood at the haven, and as he looked at the grey sea he saw only a shadow on the waters that was soon lost in the west. There he stood far into the night, hearing only the sigh and murmur of the waves on the shores of Middle-earth, and the sound of them sank deep into his heart. Beside him stood Merry and Pippin, and they were silent. At last the 3 companions turned away, and never again looking back, they rode slowly homewards, and they spoke no word to one another until they came back to the Shire, but each had a great comfort in his friends on the long grey road. At last they rode over the downs and took the east road, and then Merry and Pippin rode on to Buckland, and already they were singing again as they went. But Sam turned to Bywater, and so came back up the hill as day was ending once more. And he went on, and there was yellow light and fire within, and the evening meal was ready, and he was expected. And Rose drew him in, and set him in his chair, and put little Eleanor upon his lap. He drew a deep breath. "Well, I'm back," he said. "I need to pull my Lembas out of the oven, but there, I read through all of Lord of the Rings, and I'm going to try and do the same again next year." Okay, so my Lembas have cooled, and just for the sake of you purists, I'm going to consult the book about Lembas bread, and the only thing it says is very thin cakes made of a meal that was baked a light brown on the outside and inside was the color of cream. And it doesn't say anything what it tastes like, only it tastes better than honey cakes of the Bjornings. So apparently they're supposed to taste really good. They smell really, really good. They smell like cookies, and they're pretty dense too, so, and they're fairly thin. So here we go, drum roll please, tasting the gluten-free Lembas bread. I'm getting a little hint of the orange extract. I don't taste any of the honey though. I expected them to be sweeter than this. But, the orange flavor is stronger than anything else, but, not bad. The next thing I'm going to do for Hobbit Day is play In Dreams, partly by ear, partly with music, although I'm only looking at the chords, on my piano. So please excuse any mistakes I make. I'm not going to start over again, and I haven't been practicing as much as I should, but today's the day and I don't have time to practice as much as I want to before I start my movie marathon. So that being said, here we go. So with the Lembas baked and the piano played and the book of Lord of the Rings finished, now I'm going to have a movie marathon of the 3 movies. If nothing else, I'm definitely going to watch Fellowship all the way through because it's, you know, Bilbo and Frodo's birthday. I don't think I'm going to finish all of them today, but I'm starting it early. It's only noontime right now, and I've eaten lunch and the chores are taken care of, so start the movie. Okay, I finished up with Fellowship of the Ring, and now I'm starting The Two Towers. I'll come back either at the end of this, or when I decide to go to bed. Depending on how many interruptions I have, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to see Return of the King tonight, at least all of it, because of how long it is. Anyway, come back later. Well, it's nearing 8 at night, and, well, thanks to several interruptions, there's no way I'm going to be able to get to even the first few minutes of Return of the King. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off now.